That's dangerous! Oh!
I have to wonder if this was really worth it. It is genuinely quite impressive.
Big treasure, big treasure!
There are a few friends that I would go to the ends of the earth for, especially on a Tuesday. But one of those friends is Natsuki. And yesterday I received a message from him out of the blue, asking me to join him on a trip to a barely inhabited island in the Sea of Japan. Now, I'm not entirely sure why he wants to go. I've never been to the island, and neither has he, so far as I know. I know Natsuki's had a tough year with his beauty salon business, what with people just not going out as much, even to get a haircut. And he claims to have found a way to revive his fortunes on this island. As to how, I haven't a clue. But Natsuki's not a man you say no to. So, let's go and find out what this is all about. Cheers.
Cheers!
Good to see you, Natsuki. How have you been?
久しぶりだよ。
Yeah, 久しぶり.
この地図見てほしい。
Sure.
This map?
Oh, Tobishima.
You know!
I do. Flying Island. They call
Yeah.
it Tobishima.
昔ここには海賊がいっぱいいた。
Pirates?
Pirates. Made
Really?
in Japan Pirates.
Who saw this, y'all?
嘘くさいでしょ。でも本当だったの。200年前だ。だからここは必ず宝がある。
You think there's treasure?
ここには宝がある。
Where's the treasure then?
This area.
Right.
ここは Gold Rush.
Gold rush. Well, you're very optimistic, Natsuki. But, well, we can try. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Now let's try tomorrow.
Alright. Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Treasure Island.
Big treasure, big treasure.
Wonder coffee. Tastes like anything but wonder, but the caffeine and the sugar gets the job done, especially as we're getting up pretty early tomorrow. The boat casts off at about 8:30. You know what? Natsuki could be onto something, which I'm as shocked as you are. I've been reading up on the pirates of the Sea of Japan, and it's not quite Pirates of the Caribbean, but there were a group of pirates known as the Wacko Pirates. Wacko Pirates. And it's on Wikipedia, so it must be true. The Wacko Pirates literally translate to Japanese pirates or dwarf pirates. They raided the mainland from islands in the Sea of Japan and East China Sea. Now, Tobishima is in the Sea of Japan, about 1 hour from the mainland, the perfect place for a pirate to store their treasure. It is all worryingly conceivable, and Natsuki has taken this all fairly seriously, and that in itself is a pretty encouraging start. I guess we'll find out tomorrow, eh? Off we go. Wacko Pirates. Taking it a bit too seriously. So Japan has about 6,852 islands, 430 of which are inhabited. And Tobishima is inhabited. It does have 250 people living on it, but the population is going down, like all of those islands, just because it is so difficult to live there. The economy's kept going by fishermen, but in the winter months it must be absolutely horrific, given the strong Siberian winds that come over the Sea of Japan. It is about an hour's journey though, we're halfway there now. Despite the good weather, the boat is fairly bumpy, and I'm trying not to think about it too much because it is very unpleasant. I wonder how Captain Natsuki Sparrow is holding up. Fortunately, before Natsuki has a chance to make a mess of the boat, we arrive on the glistening shores of Tobishima Island, 40 kilometres out to sea. So we just arrived on the island. About 100 people got off the boat and they've just disappeared. I don't know where. They've just gone. It's just us and this long street, and Natsuki dressed rather interestingly, shall we say. Everybody's gone. Yeah. Maybe they've gone to find the treasure.
Maybe.
Maybe they've gone.
やばいぜ。
What? Oh my god.
Everybody care. 早くしないと。宝を。
I'm a little bit worried about what impression Natsuki's about to make on the islanders. It's not every day somebody turns up to the island dressed like this. Before we do anything though, we're going to check into our hotel. We've got a little traditional Japanese inn and drop off our luggage and whatnot, and hopefully Natsuki won't scare too many people on the way in. Why do you think this is the place, Natsuki, where the treasure is?
This point, fishing point.
Right.
This point, maybe treasure point.
Treasure point.
Nobody knows. もし海賊だったらここがいいね。隠すとして。
Well, I mean, it's quite a secretive place. Like that is the
Secret.
And Natsuki's got a metal detector, right? I thought treasure hunting, he's going to bring a proper metal detector. He's bought an airport handheld metal detector that requires you to be literally touching the metal to find it.
Good.
Is it though? Is it really? So, armed with an airport metal detector and a questionable plan, Blackbeard and I head off into the cool sea breeze on some cheap rental bikes on our expedition to a remote, uninhabited corner of the island. It's like Journey Across Japan all over again.
Buy bicycle.
Pirate edition. There was loads of free bicycles that you could take, but 95% of them were either broken or punctured. But we were able to find 2 that were okay. Natsuki got the good one. I got like the child seat one, but I'm not going to complain, it's pretty cool. Do you know where we're going, Natsuki? どこに行くかわかる?
わかんない.
Oh, brilliant. What a reassuring start. Now this is really starting to feel like Journey Across Japan. Struggling to get up bloody hills. The day in the life of a pirate in Japan. It's not quite what you think it'd look like. With the population of the Japanese countryside plummeting each year, there are less and less children to fill the local schools. And the largest building Natsuki and I discover on our cycle is Tobishima's eerily silent junior high school. I used to know a teacher who I worked with who was placed at this school on this island for about a year or 2, and she said it was very tough, wasn't a lot of fun because she never got to see her friends and family back on the mainland, particularly in winter where boats are cancelled almost every other day due to the high winds and choppy waters. But she told me that there were about 4 or 5 students and about 6 or 7 teachers to teach them different subjects. They'd really gone all out to try and educate these students and keep the school going, but it seems to no avail. And to be honest, it's kind of not hard to see why. Beautiful island, love it, but not a whole lot going on in terms of work opportunities apart from being a fisherman or a pirate. And we've seen how that's worked out so far. After 40 minutes of relentless cycling, Natsuki and I finally reach the uninhabited area, where the road ends and we're forced to proceed on foot across a beach. It's actually rather nice.
Secret temple.
Good God. So Natsuki spotted the red torii gate, the shrine, but we're not sure if it's the temple, so we're going to send up the drone and use modern technology to do the work for us before we smash our way through the jungle to get to it. Look, there's a temple.
Ooh, nice technology.
It's like an advert for DJI Mavic. Nice technology. We should try it. We should go.
Maybe.
And by we, I mean you go first and take your sword with you. Good God, look at that. That's such a shame. Gomi ga oi ne.
Gomi shika ne yo.
I mean, we might not find treasure here, but we'll certainly find something else. There's a heck of a lot of rubbish. Unfortunately, the Sea of Japan is a lot more polluted than a lot of people would care to admit, because there's a lot of countries bordering it. From Russia to China, both the Koreas and Japan, there's a lot of waste, a lot of rubbish, as you can see, goes into the sea, circulates around in the sea, and then washes up on Japan's west coast. And I'm sure it washes up on the other countries as well, but it's a real shame. Natsuki's sword is actually coming in handy to beat down the forest to get to this shrine. You can see the torii gate poking out the top there. I better keep up, bloody hell. Oi, we did it. Good God, what is this? This is genuinely like a treasure island. We've got through the Tory Gate, but the path keeps going on. Ugh. Oh my God. That's the biggest spider I think I've ever seen. Whoa. Well, we've made it to the abandoned temple through jungles and spiders. Honestly, I saw a spider that was this big and it was bright green and it scared the shit out of me. I hate spiders, but look at that. It is genuinely quite impressive. Wow.
Helmet.
Helmet?
Helmet. No helmet. Toilet.
Is it? Oh, it's a toilet?
Yeah.
A long forgotten toilet with a long forgotten temple, but good condition.
Yeah.
The temple, weirdly, despite the fact it's all completely overgrown, the temple's in really good condition. The wood looks like it could have been put up in the last 2 or 3 years or so, but do you think there's treasure?
雰囲気はいいんだけど、もうすでに宝はなさそうだ。別の場所を探そうか。
So we've come all this way for nothing.
ない。
There's nothing there.
Nothing? ゴールドないの？
Found something?
何も反応しないな。ゴールドの反応がない。
This is what desperation looks like.
次は maybe next area. This spot. 絶対。Let's go!
There goes the greatest pirate I've ever seen. Completely unfazed by the hidden secret temple. He just wants to get to his treasure. As our pirate-inspired beatboxing echoes through the empty streets, I realise we've not seen a single human in about 2 hours. And just as I start to wonder if there's any life on the island at all, we turn the corner to find dozens of friendly cats rushing out to greet us. There's at least 30 cats surrounding us. We've just come down the street, just a staggering amount of cats. And now they're all looking at me because I'm talking loudly. I'm quite intimidated. It seems both locals and cats alike are afraid of Natsuki and his somewhat sadistic uniform. So after our rendezvous with the cats, Natsuki and I have ditched our bikes and have made our way around the other side of the island. We realised that we couldn't get past the area with the temple because there was a cliff. So we've had to come all the way around to the other side of the island. It's a lot of effort. But hopefully we're going to finally discover this treasure spot that I've heard so much about. With the sun setting fast and feeling shattered after traversing the entire island, to my relief, we finally arrive on Natsuki's secret beach, where he quickly discovers what he believes to be a brand new lead. If only I could share his optimism. What? What?
Pelican's bomb. Treasure sign.
Yeah.
This point.
Ooh, it's horrible.
Ooh. Oh. What?
What is that?
What?
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, it's your fucking sword, for God's sake.
Maybe treasure. I think treasure.
You dig. You're digging now. I'm going over here. I've enjoyed our little stroll around the island today, and we have got a nice dinner coming up at the traditional inn that we're staying in. And until then, I've got Pringles. Come on, Natsuki, have you found anything yet? Uh-oh, some rubbish.
Treasure.
Wow, it's a battery for a phone.
Battery?
Congratulations, you found Well, you found something. Have a beer.
Yeah. Good chair.
It's a hard life being a pirate, especially when you're not a very good one.
Oh, bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
Okay.
everywhere. Cheers.
Cheers.
And look, Natsuki.
Be a pirate.
Pringles.
Oh,
Real treasure.
Treasure.
It was with us the whole time.
very hungry.
I don't think we have time to eat it because we've got to get to the other side of the island before it gets pitch black to get back for dinner.
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 Nice.
Yeah, nice. What Natsuki doesn't know is that it's all seafood, and Natsuki hates seafood.
I don't like seafood.
I don't think you're going to like dinner then, mate.
Sausage.
Don't think they do sausage. I don't think the local dish of Tobishima is sausages. Cheers.
Cheers.
To a job not overly well done. But dinner looks good. We've got ebi, we've got tempura, we've got grapes as well.
But I have an idea.
Natsuki doesn't like seafood, so he's got an idea, apparently.
予測してたからさ。
He's brought some crisps.
じゃがりこ。
Unbelievable.
じゃがりこ最高。
Good morning and welcome back to the beautiful, mysterious island of Tobishima. It is our second day on the island and we're about to go treasure hunting. But I don't know where Captain Natsuki is. He seems to have disappeared out of his room. I like to think that he's escaped up the emergency ladder. I don't really know where the emergency ladder actually is. There's a sign for it, but ain't no ladders up here. Good morning, Natsuki.
Oh, morning.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, good.
Ready for some treasure
Good
hunting.
sleep?
I had a very good sleep.
I have a good dream.
What about?
Big treasure.
Naturally. I had big dreams of treasure yesterday.
Are you have a big bag?
I've got a reasonable sized bag.
No. More big bag.
More big bag.
Because big treasure. Get.
Why am I not overly optimistic? Just came across the water treatment plant for the island. Apparently there's 9 dams spread across the island. They're able to take the water, filter it down and make it into drinking water and just tap water in general, which is quite impressive. Given the island's not that big, it seems to be completely self-sufficient. From what I understand, a lot of these islands are quite heavily subsidised by the Japanese government that's keen to keep the islands going and keep the populations going. So despite not having a whole lot of people, they've got some pretty impressive infrastructure to try and encourage people to stay and to live here. Having spoken with a local this morning, Natsuki's discovered there is in fact a cave on the island where numerous archaeological artefacts were found from the 8th century. And we're in luck because it's still accessible. Well, just about. So we just parked the bikes up and Natsuki's found his location. It's some sort of cave, an actual cave.
It's fun. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, apparently a lot of bones were found in this cave from a long time ago. We're talking like 400 or 500 years ago.
Maybe Wacko pirate bones.
Wacko pirate bones.
Yeah. Do you think?
Bloody hell. Where is this going?
Like a Mario, Super Mario.
Like a Super Mario. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
How are you going to get through there?
Shot. Oh. That's dangerous. Oh. やばいよこれは。Oh, pirates, very tired.
Oh my god, how did he fit through there? If he had trouble getting through there, I'm absolutely stuffed. Working our way through a very narrow cave. Natsuki doesn't seem too worried. Door, can you see the bloody treasure yet? What's that? Something, nothing. Actually, like...
Treasure box. Oh my god.
What is it?
Opened it.
No, got it.
Oh.
It's...
Oh. 30円30円のと
30円
くそーこれ取られてんじゃねもうおおすげえすごい裸にあるもん
the world's crappiest metal detector. It only shows you metal once you've already found it. It's off, disappearing off down the cave. It is pretty cool. Like, check this out. Like, it is worryingly like a pirate cave. I didn't know there was anything like this on the island.
Having barely squeezed out of the cave alive in the name of a pitiful 30 yen, Natsuki has one last trick up his sleeve. The most inaccessible cove on the entire island, which can only be reached down a rusted ladder of dubious structural integrity.
Oh my god. The rusted stairs.
スリリングトレジャーだね。
Oh my god, is this worth it? We'll have to wonder if this was really worth it. There better be something of value down here. This is terrifying.
Come on, Chris.
Come on, alright, I'll give you my bag. Ugh. On a scale of 1 to rusted ladder, seriously, it's like falling apart. The metal's just disintegrated.
DVD.
Letters from Iwo Jima.
Ken Watanabe.
All jokes aside, there is a lot of litter again. It's really quite sad. It's a beautiful beach, but it's kind of a real downer seeing rubbish everywhere, including letters from Iwo Jima. This island really does look like something out of Treasure Island. There's lots of kind of like rocks that have been broken apart with caves, and it fits the bill rather well, a lot more than I was expecting. A lot of bottles and things, but... What? Ah! Nikon camera.
Nikon treasure. Vintage.
Vintage.
Yeah. Very expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah, maybe. アンティークだから多分店で売ったら2万円くらい浮くと思う。
2万円。
Yeah.
20,000 yen.
Yeah. このコンディションでもいけんじゃないかな。
Natsuki thinks he can get 20,000 yen for this, about $200. I'm a little bit more skeptical. There's a few scratches on it, but it is in good condition. I don't think you'll get Nimanen, maybe Nisen. But how much was the boat to get to Tobishima?
4000
4,000 yen. So not really much of a profit, is it? Nevertheless, well done. Treasure. We haven't found a great deal today, but Natsuki wants to bury some treasure of his own. 200 yen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very treasure.
Buried treasure. So if you come to this island, maybe you can find Natsuki's treasure. Where are you going to put it?
せっかくのトレジャー気分を味わってもらいたいからみんなにトレジャーできるように夏希の宝物200円をここに置いとくぜ誰が探すか探したらビデオで何でも送ってちょうだい Let's get hunting ワクワクするぜもっと飛島楽しむぞ Go go
Well, we may not have discovered the long-lost wacko pirate treasure, but Natsuki's shown that with a pirate costume and the power of imagination, you can still have a lot of fun along the way. I don't think I could live on an island like Tobishima, given the absence of a family mart or any shops at all, but for a weekend of treasure hunting, it can't be beat. Amazing place, and I just hope Natsuki is satisfied with his 30 yen and his broken Nikon camera. So Natsuki, you glad you went to the island?
Yep. なんだよ、ヴィンテージアンティークね。
Vintage antique.
Antique.
Is it? Not so sure about that. But for now, guys, as always, many thanks for joining us on our little adventure, and we hope to see you next time to do it all over again here on the Abroad
Let's
Japan
do it.
channel. And don't forget, Natsuki, if you sell this Nikon camera, I want a cut 50-50.
Wow! Go fuck yourself!
What are you doing?
Lonely boy! Lonely boy!
Fucking-
Hey, it's me!
What? What?
Golden boys!